Good morning, everyone. How are you? We good? Sound good? Music good? We all good? It's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, the 29th. Guys, we're already almost at the end of January, and who else feels like they just need a giant nap to recover from the first month of 2025? I raised my hand. Anyway, well, let's go ahead. Today's question of the day is, and in full disclosure, I saw this one actually online. It was a reel somebody did, and I was like, oh, I need to save that. That's a really good question. So the question of the day is, if everything was free in a store for 30 minutes, which store are you shopping at? In the video, the guy answered, oh, I just realized I'm still on top chat, live chat. The guy panned to a Lego store, which I totally get. And I tried to think, honestly, if it's just a fun shopping experience for me, it would probably be Blick. I mean, Blick or like a home appliance thing. I'd be getting the best air fryer out there, mind you, supermarket sweep where everybody automatically goes for the hams and the turkeys and the cheeses and the diapers, right? So home appliances of some sort would be good. Let's see, let's close there. There you go. Christine, good morning. Mrs. Butterfly, good morning. Don, good morning. Jordan, good morning. Heather, good morning. Let's see. Miss Butterfly says definitely a clothing store. I don't know if it's like that in the U.S. medicine. You know, I thought about that, but I suppose, I don't know. I wouldn't count the pharmacy as a store. You could do it, but if you could say for 30 minutes, hey, can I get my prescriptions that I'm getting this month for free? Because that would be amazing. Let's see. Carol, hello. Mona, good morning. Michelle, good morning. Let's see. Trey, good morning. Sam's Club. Oh, yeah. Sam's Club is good. I mean, it's all in bulk anyway. You can get clothes and appliances. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the biggest, fanciest Christmas tree. Yeah, Sam's Club or Costco. Durbin, I saw that. Yeah, Costco. Oh, that's good. I didn't think about that one. Hi, Kenny. Probably Target. I get groceries first and fun stuff, right? Seriously, I've said it before, but forget Black Friday, coupons on TVs. I want Black Friday on eggs and yogurt. Really use a good power now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had a migraine all day yesterday. You know how you take something, oh hey dude, what's up? You take something for it, but then even after the migraine is gone, I don't know about you guys, but I feel I'm kind of in this haze, brain fog for the rest of the day, where I feel if I do too much, it's gonna come back. And that was me yesterday. I actually napped yesterday because I was like, this is ridiculous. Let's see. First time to buy a cheese shop. Okay, that's fair. I as well love me some good cheese. It is, right? I mean, there's so many things. See, love the small appliances. Right? Exactly. I know, I'd get one of those. We love our air fryer, so I'd probably invest in one of those ones that you were talking, I think it was you, Mona, that had the multiple drawers. That would be cool. Ooh, Lowe's. I feel I don't know Lowe's well enough that I would struggle to go as fast as I need to go. I know Lowe's. But it's the stuff at Lowe's, short of a few actual things, the stuff that I get at Lowe's is part of a project, although could be power tools at Lowe's. That would be good. Let's see, just finished watching Claire's flip through of Kirby's new, it's intimidating pre-orders, hoping it, right? I saw it, but I also saw that it's dark fairy tales, and I know that's not my vibe, so I might go watch her video and then decide from there, kind of more of a full set syndrome. I feel I should get it just because I have almost all his books. I don't have a lot of his compilation books, but I do have a lot of his books. Ooh, Tivana, Michelle, yes. Let's see. Yep, see, there you go. Let's see, Natalie, did I say hi? I don't think I did. Hi, Natalie. Yeah, Lowe's. Any craft store so I could try a million new hobbies? Oh my gosh, yes. I feel the craft store would be the best, but I wouldn't want to do Hobby Lobby or Michael's because they don't carry a lot of name brand stuff that I want. Melissa sent me a message the other day because the designer gouache at, I think her Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I can't remember, was on clearance. It was a really good price, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I realized mine didn't carry open stock of that. So I think if I were to choose a store, I'd want to do Blick or Jackson's Art Supply or any of those higher end craft stores where you get all of the nice open stock higher end paints. I'd be all over that. The Color Companion, hello, long time no see, technically cheating, but probably an Amazon warehouse. I could see that. I think my only concern with that is be Is everything in boxes there? Like, how is it sorted? Are there bays where it said, hey, this is all the art stuff? Like, how does that work? I feel like I need to get an inside scoop on Amazon warehouses. They're actually building an expansion to one over here, and Steve and I were discussing, because right now it's kind of like they've got it mapped out and they've got a big cement slab where the floor of the warehouse is going to be, but it just got me wondering. I was like, it seems big, but not as big as it should be. I'm like, I wonder how they're going to set that up. So maybe it's going to be a loading dock? I don't know. Definitely be part of the collection, right? Let's see, Maryland, it's not my vibe, but I can still color Kirby before mythographic. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice, Trey. Serious damage, 30 minutes of free. I know, right? Well, I would just take everything off like my personal wish list and be like, boop, 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 boop. I wonder if we get to do a wish list beforehand. Like pre-game, the shopping experience. I don't know. It's a nice thought. It's a nice thought. Are you going to chill here or are you going? Was that good? Did you just have a little bit of FOMO? See, and he's gone now. Move to cart, right? Be like, I'm just going to put everything in the cart beforehand and then we'll go there. Anyway, all right, everyone. Well, good morning. How are you all? Got my water. I've had my coffee. I've had my breakfast. Kids are in school. I'm not gonna say anything about potential illnesses. We're gonna knock on wood. It's all good where it's at. Okay, so any updates? I haven't caught up on last week's squares yet. I shared the reel of that, I keep wanting to say Mariola Bedeck, but it was not. Maria Troll page and my little Kingfisher. I did start another one yesterday. Honestly, I meant to work on it beforehand, but migraine kind of derailed everything. But this is the start. It's a very rough start. Oh, thanks. It's a very rough start. Lots more to go. I was more so trying to figure out like where I want my colors to go. And you can see that I have this yellow here because this, it doesn't show that much now. I'm probably going to do a dark background so it pops a little bit more. But I want to have like a highlight around the edges so it's got like this glow coming from behind. I know, right, Kenny? Well, the last couple weeks I only streamed like once because I had all the stuff going on. Hi, Linda. So, but I have no plans to need to cancel. Again, I don't want to jinx myself. We're going to knock on wood. Everything seems good at the moment. But yeah, so this is a work in progress. Again, doing gouache. I'm kind of hooked on it right now. Somebody asked if I was going to do a video about it, but I was like, I don't know. I was thinking this one might just be a post when I'm done, but I haven't decided. Thanks. Like I said, it's rough looking now, but we're about to get into it. But speaking of getting into it, we're going to jump into here. I finished off using white paint on the lines up here. I haven't finished it down here, but we'll probably do this section last. What I was thinking we would work on today, I think we'll start with the bird, since we have some of our colors kind of picked out for, you know, the greenery and the berries and the flowers. We got, you know, she's a brunette, she's got blue eyes. I was thinking that we take kind of the color of the berries and we would use that for the bird. I haven't decided the gems and the eggs yet. I'm thinking maybe kind of greenish gems. I think we'll decide when we get there, but we're gonna start with the bird. Got my first page covering the dark lines with using acrylic marker, and oh my God, it was so fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad, I'm so glad. It's so fun when you start to figure out new things, right? Okay, so we're gonna shift right up. So this is what? This is part 3 of this page. So if you're like new here and you're like, what do we got going on here? We got a couple more streams if you want to watch them. Hi, Connie. Which is where we've done skin and we started the hair and some of the foliage, and then I finished some of it offline. So we're gonna jump straight into our burb here. There we go. And let's look at colors. So for the berries, let's see, I still have them out. I didn't put them away. We've got henna, which I'm pretty sure we used. We've got, let's see, hi, Bee. Right, so good, Bee, such a good idea. 928, which was blush pink. I'm gonna grab kind of all the reddish ones that I had out. We had beige sienna, but I don't think so on that one. Let's see, that's brown umber. I guess I don't have as many red as I thought maybe we did. I guess it was just henna and that. Well, we're definitely gonna need to bring in more. Let's see if we have henna, because I want to stick to the colors that we have been using. Henna is definitely more of like a brownish red, so I want something that's going to pop just a little bit more. I'm thinking we'll need to get black raspberry and Tuscan red. And actually, I'm going to go turn on the fan real quick because it's kind of warm, you guys. It's going to be in like the mid 70s here this week. Like, I don't really like 10 degree, but also don't want 70 degrees in January. Okay. Yeah, I'm warm. I'm warm, but we'll get a little bit of airflow going in here. The fan is across the room and it doesn't blow directly on me, but it just gets the airflow going. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that we'd have a little bit more of winter before it completely moved into summer. Sorry, my phone's going off. I just gotta make sure it's not the kids. High of 80 today. That's gorgeous. Oh, yeah. 44. See, I would take like a nice 50s, mid 50s, you know, 50 to 60 degrees. 60's like okay, but enough that we aren't freezing, but like, you know, we've got a little nip in the air. But I also grew up on the Oregon coast, so like I like it when it's a little bit chilled. You're getting snow? Oh my God, down to 2 degrees. Oh my gosh. Ah, thank you. Right, I love it. 19 this morning. Yeah, I think the coldest it got for us during that kind of snap was 17, I think is what it was. All right, so we've got Tuscan red, and then we're gonna do black raspberry, and let's see. I don't want to do like any super like bright pop like crimson red or magenta, because we're doing kind of a, I wouldn't say that it's muted, maybe a little bit. It's just not like those super bright, vibrant colors. So I think that those will be fine. Tuscan red, black raspberry. You know, we might get just a touch of carmine red. I don't know that we'll use it. I'm gonna kind of feel it out, see how I like it. Now, let's see. Oh, what I missed. 19 this morning, 33 Celsius at 6 p.m. already. It turned at 38 at 1 p.m. Well, 33 Celsius, that's pretty warm. So you've got to be like what, New Zealand, Australia side? Well, no, that's the middle of the night over there. I'm thinking right? Celsius for 33 is closer to like 100 for Fahrenheit, isn't it? 30s in Minnesota today, which is way too warm for January in Minnesota. Yeah, I don't blame you. Got down to minus temps last year, which is super. Ah, okay. Well, I didn't know you're all down. That's cool. All right, well, that makes more sense. I was just like, wait a minute, the time zones don't make sense here. Sorry, I did not to make you say where you were from. I apologize. That was probably fairly rude. But 91, okay, yeah, because I'm always thinking like Australia when they say, they're like, oh, it's 33, or even the UK, and I'm like, how do I translate that? I have some of it like kind of memories. It's like time zones, right? Like, sorry, I know I was messing with the mic. Other cord fell down and hit it. Like I have a pretty good idea. It's 4:10 p.m. here in the UK. It's already dark, but it's gonna be 7 degrees. Oh my God, practically a heat wave, right? Yeah, it's been interesting to be sure. Okay, so we've got a lot of like lines and markings on this bird. I don't know that I really want to do like these kind of, my instinct is horizontal, because technically if it's back, it's kind of horizontal, but I don't know that I want to make the lines stand out. So I think we're going to start with this little section, and I think we will do it kind of darker. So let's get our dark umber as well. Let's see, that's dark brown. This one is dark umber, and then we'll definitely bring in a little bit of black. So let's actually start with henna. Like we could go mahogany red, but if we're wanting it to tie into the berries, we need to stick to the same kind of color family. Actually, we've had fog. Like right now, I can see, like well, how can I say this without like doxing myself too much? Basically, I can see no more than 3 or 4 houses away from my window, but like driving, I could only see ahead like maybe 3 blocks or so when I was driving. Ooh, butterflies, yes. But the crazy thing is sometimes like fog in the morning is normal, so we're using henna. But it was foggy like all day yesterday. Like we don't live near any significant amount of water. Like when I grew up on the coast, fog was normal, but it has just been hanging low here. And it's just like, well, all right, guess that's what we're doing now. It makes me super nervous to drive because drivers around here are like nuts anyway. And so I was just like, I don't know, are you guys the kind of people that like Steve is a wonderful driver. He's never had an accident on his record, like ever. But there are times when we're driving together and his method for driving, like, Okay, it was foggy, right? So we're basically driving in a cloud. It wasn't really raining so much, but there was misting on the window, and he just hadn't quite turned on the blinkers yet, and it was driving me nuts. So I just like reached over and turned them on, which that's probably someone's pet peeve, like someone else messing with it. And he was just like, Chuggy's like, "You're not happy with it?" I'm like, "No, the drivers here are insane. We need safety measures." But yeah, it's been kind of crazy here. Like, it's not uncommon to see, I'm using Tuscan Red now. It's not uncommon to see an accident like pretty frequently. So I'm always like super paranoid and like hyper aware of all the drivers around us. Right? Yeah, pretty much, Michelle. If you ever come here, avoid I-35 like the plague. Like, just don't go there. If you can learn to fly and hover over I-35, great. You could probably enjoy the show. But everything else about I-35 is completely insane. Oh, yeah, Michelle, it's absolutely, yeah, that's San Antonio. That's I-35 between San Antonio and Austin. That's all I-35. Looked like they were sitting almost on top of the trees on Sunday. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, like, fog usually doesn't last that long. Like, I'd be curious to know the science behind why the weather's doing what it's doing. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and use black. I'm going to get these shadows in. This part of the bird's probably going to be fairly dark. I will say, though, I went looking for a bookshelf for Steve the other day, and I suddenly remembered over where I was at, there's a new Books A Million that recently opened. I need to return some stuff for over there, so I am really tempted to just pop into Books A Million. The issue is, though, is like, I know if I go there, I'm probably going to get something, and I don't need a book right now, but I also kind of want to scope it out for the next book release that happens that I want to check out, because a lot of times Books A Million, if you ask, you can kind of get your hands on it early. Oh, is it too loud? Let me turn down. I was like, if I listen back, I'm always just like, oh, especially if it's not off. Okay, is that better? Little less. The closest Barnes & Noble, like I would have to go all the way to Austin for it. Like, there's just not around here. There's a small, like, I'm good? Okay. There's a small local bookstore here, but it's not one that would carry, like, coloring book release books. So, yeah. Oh, you know what? The cord keeps sitting on it. I tried positioning in a different spot, but let me... let's see. Let's try that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. All right, Shannon, let me know. I'm turning it down just a skosh, and I've repositioned it because I think also my headphone cord was booping it. So I've got it like right here. It was in a different spot before, but okay. Let me know how it sounds, because, like, yeah, seriously, if I listen back, you know, that's the small mama pop. It's better now. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be blowing anyone's ears out. Whenever I watch back, and I'm just like, literally, it sounds like I'm yelling. I'm like, oh, that's cringy. Yeah, gotcha. I think I registered. I made a Reddit stick, but I definitely registered it. Oh, Melissa, you must be, well, if Austin is your closest one, then we may be in the same neck of the woods. But, yeah, because I've gone out there once to get when Johanna's book released last time. Let's see, we're going to use a little bit of black. But I am excited to check out the Books A Million. I've never been to one before, but it looks nice from all the pictures. And it's not so far that I can't drive out there, so I'm thinking I just might. All right, so now we're going to use Tuscan Red. I mean, you'd think with Texas being as huge as it is, it'd be like Starbucks, right? A Barnes & Noble on every corner. But just the more I hear about Books A Million, the more I like it. All right, that was Tuscan Red. And then we're going to go ahead and do henna. So I'll have to let you guys know how it is. That being said, so I would consider, like, Steve and I, like, we're all, I would say, middle class-ish. but I'm definitely like not where I could like drop a few grand on like some, you know, like a bookshelf or something, because I was looking for a bookshelf for him, right? So I went to this place to go find a bookshelf, and I did end up finding something, but when I left, there were other shops nearby, and I went into, and I honestly can't remember the name of the store right now, but I was like, oh, look, here's another furniture outlet kind of thing. When I think outlet, because the one I had gone to, it's kind of a store where they get, like it's specifically a company, but they get surplus from like their various stores. I'm using Tuscan Red, surplus from their various stores. And so it's never the same products that are in, but consequently things are marked down. It's like it didn't sell at the stores, or it got returned for whatever reason, or whatever else. And so this store will get that inventory, and then you can get things, you know, like on a good deal. See, the Kirby preview, I think, could make a good table book to look at. Pictures aren't my, yeah, see, that's the thing. Oh, okay. I actually have to look that up on the map. Like, I know the name, but I haven't looked distance-wise. Good morning, Cece. Hi, Angela. How are you? Yeah, exactly, Durbin. And that's, so the one that I got him, it was actually in a box. The box was kind of beaten up, but the bookshelf itself was fine. So anyway, I left, and the one I got wasn't the one that I had been looking for, but I was like, okay, well, this particular one was like, I think it was originally like 90 bucks and it was only $30. And so I was like, okay, sweet, that can do it. And then when I went out, I was like, oh, hey, look, here's another outlet store that's furniture. Again, I don't remember the name of it, but I went in there. And let's just say, in my windblown ponytail, hair falling out, well-loved hoodie, my sneakers are also well-loved. Like, I did not look like maybe the clientele that they were going for, because I went in, I looked at one bookshelf, right? And it didn't look like anything super fancy. It wasn't like, I don't know, when I think fancy bookshelves, I think solid oak, you know, like full-on wood, no particle board, you know, no veneer, no vinyl, like all of that. And it's like this metal one. It doesn't even have like any kind of not cute design, but you know, something that looks like, wow, there's some serious artistry that went into this furniture. No, it's like metal and glass. And the bookshelf was $1,700. And of course I go in there, and I don't know about you guys, but if it's the kind of store where there's an employee that comes up to you straight away and was like, hey, what can I help you find? Like, I feel bad when I leave there. We're using the dark umber. Well, I think kinda. So anyway, she's like, oh, well, here, she's like, have you ever been here before? I'm like, no, I've never even heard of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not going to go well. So she's like, oh yeah, well, we've got, you know, she gives me the whole spiel. We got this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, well, I'll look around. And then I saw the bookshelf price, and I was just like, oh. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's some really nice ones. Well, the one I had originally gone to the outlet for, it was like literally only 20 bucks. And I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. And then I was just like, eh. But anyway, so I'm walking around, and then I see like these coffee tables and couches and all of these things. You guys, the bookshelf was the cheap item. I was like, $4,000 for a couch? Like, I get it. I know that there's a demographic for it, but I'm telling you guys right now, I had never felt so out of place. And they're all dressed to the nines, and I'm in my scuffed sneakers, you know, my very worn hoodie. Like, literally the wind had been blowing, and so my hair was like, it was not good. It was not me. Just like, oh my God, I feel like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman when she, needless to say, I did the, you know, slightly more respectful, cursory walk through the shop, and then I made a beeline for the door. I'm like, nope, not the place for me. And I just felt bad, like, you know, yeah, there's a demographic for it. Sure. Is it my demographic? Nope. Oh, sorry. I'm just move it lower. I'm gonna move it lower. I really need to find, like, a balance. I had somebody leave a comment the other day, said that the mic was like going in and out and stuff, and I get that because I like move it around sometimes, but I move around so much, it's so hard. Like the mic hooked to my shirt was like the solution I tried to find for it, because I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually have, maybe not, I have one of these, but I'm not like gaming where I'm just sitting right here and not moving. I'm like all over the place. No, I appreciate it. It's so painful if I watch back and it's just like, I'm like, why was I yelling at them? Right, Shin? Yeah, it absolutely was. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I've done many ones, right? There may be a kitchen, bathroom, bedroom side when you unfold the couch, right? Like, what are these cushions, gold encrusted? Like, no way, man. All right, I'm using Tuscan Red. So yeah, I was like, well, now I know that is not the shop for me. And I left with my $30 bookshelf. Hi, KR, welcome, thank you. Sorry if you came into my screaming. I was feeling very animated about the overpriced furniture. But like, again, I know there's a demographic for it, but like when I got back to the car, I was sitting there thinking, I was just like, you know, there's a reason that when I looked at this stuff, I didn't really think, right, Connie? I didn't really think like there was anything that stood out to me that like, oh yeah, this is top of the line furniture. Like I didn't know it was that much until I saw the price tag, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is a thing. Right? Well, and Steve is like that too. Like he does not like to spend money on himself. Now, granted, I try not to spend it too often either because, you know, groceries and, you know, my children might like to go to college at some point, but I'm definitely that kind of person where like I'll see something, you know, on social media, and like there was a girl with these really cute pants and I was just like, oh, those are cute. And so then I started browsing. Of course I start browsing, but eventually by the end of it, I usually just end up putting something on a wish list and then call it a night because I was like, well, this is a maybe I'll treat myself to someday. Yeah, this is from Seasons. Oh, did I totally miss that? Yeah. This one is from Seasons. Sorry. I try to read everything, but sometimes I go bottom to top and I miss it. Right, butterflies. Oh, nice. Awesome. I'm going to use 928 Blush Pink. But there were other shops there. I went into Old Navy, was able to find some stuff for the kiddos. Little Emily's getting to the stage though where like some of the younger clothes are like too cutesy. I have a much harder time shopping for her if she's not with me. Thankfully, not everything was a swing and a miss, but I do need to return a couple things, mostly because they didn't fit them. So I think that's when I'm going to do that, return it, and then see if I can hit up the Books A Million. I might do that this afternoon, if the fog goes away. I don't know. With the blue, yeah. Okay, so that was the pink. Let's grab Tuscan Red again. We're gonna be using some black and brown to make these individual areas stand out a bit. I'm not gonna worry about these little dots. When we cover up the lines, we can kind of just make it our own a little bit, because by the time we're done adding color, it won't even show through. Let's see, let's do, you know what, let's take this opportunity to go in with a little bit of carmine. Right, Connie? We're definitely at the point where like your typical kid toys don't really appeal to her anymore. Not even video games all that much, which is nice because, you know, those are expensive. That's little Steve. But, you know, we're not exactly getting coloring books. Well, I mean like the kids coloring books, not our level coloring books, but you know what I mean? Like we're not exactly doing the easy kid stuff anymore. Let's use a little bit of henna. Actually, do I want henna? Let's get pink rose also. But for Christmas this year, she had asked for, there you go. She had asked for some sweaters that she had seen at Target. And I'm realizing that the trade-off, although toys are not an easy answer for gifts, we're reaching the area in which clothes are. So I've really been trying to pay attention because I noticed it maybe last year or so, things that I assumed that she would like, which we had gotten in the past, suddenly were not something that she liked anymore. So I've really been trying to pay attention. You know, we did back to school clothes shopping and everything. So I've really been trying to, we're using pink rose, pay attention to what it is that she likes. Not what I think would be absolutely adorable on her, but
something she can feel confident in. So I find myself second guessing a lot. So I think I just need to establish that unless there's something that she specifically points at and is like, yes, I want this, which is what she did at Christmas. She pointed to like a handful of sweaters, and later that day I got a notice from Target that sweaters were like really inexpensive. They were running a sale on it, and you better believe we got all of those sweaters. And she's told me multiple times that they were her favorite gift. I'm like, okay, sweet, we can do clothes. I just need to know what she wants. 410 is so hard to find adult clothes that fit. Oh, I could see that. Yeah, because we're definitely, because that was the issue that I had. I'm going to use black. That was the issue I had at Old Navy, because we're past the stage where we want, you know, like Hello Kitty on our shirts, or, you know, cute little sayings, that kind of stuff. So I was like, that's what a lot of the, like in this particular size area, still a lot of those clothes have those things. So I'm just like, I don't know. Old Navy might just not be the place to go shopping at. Oh, speaking of feeling better, Kim, I'm glad you're feeling better. But that made me think, sometimes when somebody references things from other streams, I try to think, ooh, was I aware of that story? Did I know, you know, what was going on? Which reminds me, Shannon, so I was in your stream yesterday. I hadn't been in a ton of the streams, but I was in the productivity stream. They're really not. I swear, half of them I pulled down. It was like, why are they so short? Like, I know shorter shirts are the style right now, but I was just like, yeah, nah. So I was in your stream, your productivity stream, and I think it was at the beginning that you mentioned something about your dog enjoying a tasty snack about yay big. Did I hear that right? Cause like, what? I clearly missed the story. Where did he find it outside? Did it somehow get inside? Because I mean, if he's defending, that's actually adorable, but also like terrifying. Those white t-shirts, and I was just like, nope, not while I'm doing Washington. He's loads of white and his cover. It's not my problem anymore. Like in it? Like he was taking a swim and just chilling? Like those horror stories you hear about, like you open the lid and like there's a snake sitting there? Or are we talking the room? Oh my gosh. Did you like freak out and yak? Yes, exactly that. Oh my Lord. I was just like, I was distracted with doing stuff, and I'm just like, I can't ask her about it now because I don't have the time, but I need to ask her. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Oh my gosh, what was your reaction? I'm gonna use Carmine Red, because like I would be dying. I would be freaking out, but I don't do well with bugs or wildlife of any kind in my home. Like, no. Or I would just be mortified. Oh my gosh, and then I'd be scared of the bathroom. All right, Pink Rose. And we're kind of getting our color blocking done. We're going to use our shadow colors to make some of these things stand out a bit more. Extra and heavy. Yeah, Christine, I always have to buy the long ones. I really like the ones I'm wearing today. I really like Levi's. They're good. They're expensive, which I don't get them all that often, but gosh dang, you can't argue with the fit. Right? Apparently, hi, Kara. Yeah, I was in Shannon's stream, and she had mentioned that he had had a little snackaroo, and I was like, wait, what? Because I thought I misheard you at first, and I actually had to. Then we saw because he tried to call his way into the room, and he said, nah, fam, just right. Oh my gosh, yeah, I swear Paul has gotten lazier as the years have gone on, and like if there's a fly in the house, he's like, yeah, nah, I'm not getting that. That's too much work. A lot of fears when I was on my own with my kids, no other adults to come save me, so I had to buck up do it myself, right? Hi, Blue, how are you? All right, we're gonna use Tuscan Red. Oh my gosh, yeah, I could not have imagined, like, oh. I mean, I had a pet rat at one point, and he was a sweet little guy. He was, but you know, he was a domesticated rat, so I wasn't like freaked out by him or anything, but it's the ones where you're like, I don't know what it's carrying. Like we did end up, I can't remember if I told you guys, but you remember that mouse that we had caught in the garage? He did end up coming back, go figure. So we released him much further away the second time around. But he was in a live trap, so we could kind of see him. So it wasn't horribly grossed out. I'm not gonna lie, he was actually pretty cute. I thought I had the cracks under the door plugged, but ended up getting under and into the closet. It was fun. Oh, but Baxter never came. I would ask, did Baxter get a special treat? But he did, because he had snackies. Oh, yeah, I couldn't. Find the country the size of cats. Exaggerating, of course, more like the size of my palm, but they don't scare the crap out of me. Yeah, so when I was younger, there was an apartment. We have spiders in Oregon. Like, that's what we have. We don't have, you know, the bugs who shall not be named that start with a C that would survive a nuclear winter, because those are just evil. We don't have those, but spiders are a big thing. And I have a picture of one somewhere where it is a, I think it was a huntsman? No, I feel like that's wrong, but it was one of those bigger ones. And it was this little flip phone that I had, you know, so it was smaller. So it was probably about, I don't know, a little bit bigger here. I put my phone down next to it for size comparison, and it was the size of the phone from, you know, middle to end of the legs. Right, exactly. They're like, yeah, I'm not getting in that. Let's see, let's use the black again. Yeah, but Paul has just, he has gotten lazy and like doesn't chill. There's a cricket that got in the house the other day. I even went so far as to pull the couch up and turn it on its side because the cricket was like clinging to the bottom of the couch. And I brought Paul over. I'm like, dude, it's right here. And he's like, yeah, nah. And I'm like, you're ridiculous. I ended up, because I also don't like squishing bugs. If they're big enough to make a noise when you squish them, I can't handle it. It just grosses me out. So I trapped it in a cup and I released it. But Paul definitely got the stink eye that day because I was like, dude, do your job. You have one job. And I'll break. Because if I understood you correctly, and it was like this big, like that thing's not going down without a fight. Like it's not. It's not just gonna voluntarily, you know, head down there. All right, we're gonna use Tuscan Red. Like that just cracks me up. I mean, I get it, because that would probably be my reaction. Like, I'm trying to think now, if I walked in the bathroom and that was there, I would probably slam the lid shut and then run out of the bathroom, or, oh, and they've got to be huge, right? Or I'd like slam the lid shut and then like put my foot down on top of it and then like scream for Steve. If Steve wasn't here, let's see, let's use the dark umber. If Steve wasn't here, what would I do? If I walked in there and saw that, see, I can't even think how I would get it down. Like, especially if it was like in the upstairs bathroom, like there's no easy access door. I'd have to like punch out a screen and like chuck it out there. But yeah, I don't know. I'd honestly probably just put something heavy on the lid and shut the bathroom door and lock it and like block it up and then wait until Steve got home. Of course, he just took a trip and he just got back, so I guess if he wasn't here, he'd slam it shut and scream, so I thought something had gotten smashed. Right, Michelle? Like, it would be like, just kill it with fire. Like, sorry, house burnt down, can't help it. But gosh, if Steve wasn't here, what would I do? Honestly, I'd probably try to flush it too. Then he calls for me. God, because how could you? Because obviously, like, my instinct would be like, dear God, I don't want to put my hand in the toilet, right? Like, it would just, but like, obviously I'd have to if it's not gonna flush. Is it bad? Like, okay, if anybody watching this, like, comes back, keep in mind, this is a theoretical rat. I do not have a rat in my bathroom, but honestly, I'd probably would try and figure out how to kill it in the toilet. It's gonna make me sound terrible, so I apologize. But also, he proceeds to stand on the tub and lean over with the plunger to open the Took a nap without closing the back door. Woke up to a dead squirrel proudly displayed at the end of my bed. Oh my gosh. Right? I'm like, look, the kids and the cats are fine, but the house is... Okay. Before I move my hands, I want to express that I did not just, like, manhandle this pencil. It was glued together, and the glue came apart. The pencils are fine. Oh, yeah, probably can, but my brain wouldn't have gone there. I would have just, like, been panicking. didn't break it. They were glued together. See, they both have numbers. But I don't think I want to fiddle with this. Oh, okay, that one definitely needs an exclamation point snap. But just to clarify, I didn't manhandle my pencil. Look, we have a whole Tuscan red we're going to use. That's more than crush now. It's okay. It's okay. I'll sand the ends again just a little bit. Like I just used this. And then I can sand the end, rough it up just a little bit, and then I can glue it back together. Scroll the house and the cabinet notes down, then left. Oh my gosh. I distinctly remember when I was younger, one of my cats brought me a mouse. Thankfully not on my bed, but like on the floor. And it was very gone by the time I woke up. And I was just like, oh God, but you know, they want to bring you a present. It really is. You magically broke it perfectly straight, you brute. I know, right? Glitter even exploded from it when I used it. Let's see. Do I want to do pink rose? No, actually, let's use our carmine again. Right, Blue? Honestly, like I said, I've had them as pets before, so I'm not like deathly afraid of rodents. I am deathly afraid of the insect that shall not be named. Like I can't. Like I literally, I've never had like a phobia of bugs or critters before, but that thing, it gets me. I can't handle it. But the biggest rat I ever saw was when I visited New York. All night to catch. I brought in, oh gross. We were down in the subway. This was my first trip to New York, and this was like straight up like downtown, like Times Square, you know, probably one of the busiest places. And I remember we were waiting for the subway, or with some friends, we were waiting for the subway, and there was this rat down at the other end of the platform that was the size of a tile, okay? And the tiles, like, they might have been about a 10 by 10 body. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll need to find it. But the size of the rat he was sitting diagonal on the tile, and he was the size, like we're talking like, what, this is a 10 by 10 book? He was huge. Thank God he was way at the other end of the platform. But still, I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, are there steroids in the garbage? Like, what is wrong with this animal? So, yeah. There were other good things that happened in New York, but I just remember being mortified by the size of that. Boxing for territory once. And I mean, I've heard of, like, kangaroos boxing. Do rats box? Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, it was something else. It was something else. I don't know, like, I think I'd like to take the kids to New York, like, one at a time. If I could choose, like, bucket list, I would love to go to, like, a New Year's Eve thing. But also, like, the people that are standing out there have been out there for, like, hours. And I'm like, yeah. Either that or, like, a Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That would be really cool. Okay. She's coming along. She's coming along. We're not doing, like, a glow or anything. So I don't think we could do just a little bit on the edge here. Just a bit. There we go. Yeah, it was ginormous. Just absolutely huge. Okay, so we're gonna do some of these feathers. We also have these long ones here. So I think we're gonna do these ones slightly darker. We're actually gonna start with black and then go to the dark umber, and then we'll add our reds from there. Or, oh, you know what could be nice? Let's see, how do I wanna bring that in? You know, for these longer tail feathers, we could tie in a little bit of this yellow. That's possible. Okay, well, let's start with these, and we're gonna go with black. But yeah, New York was a fun experience. I think that if I visit anywhere else, like obviously I've been to Scotland, but there was a lot that I didn't get to see, so I would like to go there. Eventually, Steve and I want to make a trip to South Korea and kind of experience all that. I mean, that's where he was born, so that would be kind of cool. But you know, that's all on the eventually list, right? Okay, so I'm just using the black. I don't actually have, there's been a lot of cool stuff happening in our family, like on a personal level, but it's not stuff that like I want to share publicly on the interwebs. But that's why I have less to talk about, because this last couple weeks was kind of full of that. But yeah, there's not as much. Could go into depth about how I'm adding black to the feathers, but there's not a lot. Went to New York City for the New Year's Eve on Square. You made a really? Oh, butterflies. Did he love it? Like, I'm curious what people are there like feel about it. Like, did he love it? Was he glad that he went? Was it like really hot or cold? Or not hot because it's New York in winter, but like, was it cold? Was it rainy? Is it something he speaks of with affection? They build their nest there. The first one to give birth gets to stay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to be. Oh, you know what? Steve asked a question earlier today, and I thought it would make another good like question of the day, but it's too good not to share. So we were talking about animals that we have a strong respect of, right? Ones that are really smart. Like there was this video I saw of this hippo that was climbing out of its enclosure. Wherever the zoo was, they need to like redo their safety aspects, because there was this hippo that was like standing out, like he was getting ready to crawl out, and the security guard was like looping it on the nose, trying to get it to go back in. And everybody's kind of like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and anger the murder cow. But we were talking in general because I didn't realize, and like now that he said it, I was like, oh yeah, I probably knew that deep down. But hippos in general are incredibly fast. Oh, the rats. I was talking about hippos for a second. I was like, wait, you had a hippo crawl through your ceiling? He didn't believe he was there at first. Oh, yeah, I saw him waving on TV. That's hilarious. I'm between farmland and forest, the creek in northern Alberta with tons of wildlife. I had a muskrat under my bird feeder recently. They weighed about 5 pounds. I named him Ellen. Oh my gosh, I love that. But anyway, so this hippo, you know, they're naturally very, very fast. They're pretty intense. And so it somehow brought us to, and I'm using the dark umber. It's like if you could have any animal as a sidekick, right? Not necessarily one that's sentient in a way where you can have cartoons where it's like anthropomorphized, or necessarily one that like, you know, maybe not choose like a really huge bird so it could make you fly, you know, more so just a sidekick, someone to hang out with. It doesn't matter if they're like aquatic or whatever. Somehow we're ignoring that, right? Because this is all hypothetical anyway. So like an animal that you would love hanging out with you all the time, whether it's water, air, land, whatever. And honestly, I think mine would be an octopus. Like they are so hippopotamus for sure. Talking about squirrels, that makes a lot more sense than a hippo. Like I have a couple of these sitting on a shelf. You guys can't see it because they're out of view, but I kind of end up accumulating them as a joke. You know, it's the angry or happy octopi. But he kind of sits up there, and then I got this little one, and I actually crocheted a mini octopus for our car. But oh, an axolotl. Oh, they're feisty. They're feisty. Sounds like a person walking around your attic. It's a raccoon. It's a big old raccoon. Oh, a sloth would be fun. I follow a sloth on, oh, do I have one of the bracelets over here? What is that? What is that app? Oh, Follow, F-A-H-L-O. I follow a sloth on there, and it's just hilarious. Like, because I've got a little bracelet. Let's see, do I have it over here? I've got a little bracelet with a sloth on it. Oh, I don't know where. It's probably in the other room. But anyway, it's hilarious because we're like, well, let's see how far he moved today. You follow Mel and Moose? I follow, wait, like on Instagram or on the Follow app? So we are, every now and then, the trackers, you'll lose, you know, signal on the trackers, and then they will replace it. But like, let's see, oh, Pinto. Okay, not Pinto. Pinto's tracker stopped. Calypso is my other is my other sloth. There we go. Okay, let's see. Close my, I'll show you guys real quick. Close my notifications, make sure I'm not doxing anything. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so that's mine. And you can see how much he moves around, and it's just hilarious. Like that's the extent of how far my sloth goes. Beanie X5's named Penelope. Oh, in Africa, hippos are the animal that kills. I believe that. Oh, Moose is a dog. Melon Moose. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna look them up now. Mel and Moose. Sorry, we're doing a side quest. So they're not distractions anymore. They're not tangents. They're side quests. Let's see. Mel and Moose. Stop pulling up. Why don't you send me a link to it? I'll check them out afterwards. Let's see. Those beanie hexapons. Mine would have been a golden retriever. Oh, right. Yes, sloth tracker. It is. It's hilarious. Okay, yeah. Send me a link to it. What was I doing? Okay, dark umber. But I do feel like, well, because then I have planned out, I started it. Where do I have it? I started sketching out my painting, my octopus painting that I wanted. Oh, here it is. That I want to do. I haven't had time to work on it anymore, but this is the start of it. Like I wanted to get in kind of like the angle and everything that I wanted. I want to do a small one. I don't know, it seems better with gouache, and so I kind of have sketched in like the coral that I want to do. I originally thought that I wanted to do like where part of it's black and white, and then the part of the coral where the octopus touches, then that part's in color, but I don't know, I haven't decided. Check out the coloring book called Coloring with My Octopus. Coloring with my, hang on, where are my sticky notes? There we go. Okay. Coloring with my octopus. Yeah, it started. I just haven't had time to. I've got such a long list of projects that I want to do, like personal projects. If we get them again, oh no. Oh, that's good. There's a couple that I follow that have land out in Colorado. And their biggest thing is pack rats. The pack rats get into their vehicle and like chew the wires and everything. They eventually plan to build a garage because they're building all their own stuff. But for now, the pack rats are being irksome. Oh no, Kim. Oh, for hippos, yeah. Yeah, which is why in that video everyone was like shocked, like, is he, like, is that what's supposed to be happening? And then also, why isn't there a fence? Okay, will do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been posting on TikTok once again. But I can't decide if that pink dragon I'm working on, I want to do a video or if I just want to do a post afterwards. I don't know. So we're doing just Tuscan red here. But I do like keeping up with frequent posts. I tend to do it like sporadically. Like I'll do a bunch all at once or I won't do any for like a month. I need to like get it down to where I'm posting consistently for like once a week. That would be good. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to sharpen this just a little bit. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I mean, it makes sense. They're ginormous. Okay, we're going to use our blender here. I love this thing so much. Because I can still add more color after I use it. Obviously, you're limited once you flatten out the paper, but it gives you an idea of just how dark it's going to be, and then you can get a better idea of how much more you should add. On my own, it was glorious. Right, yeah, part of it is like sometimes I just don't want to film it. I'd actually gotten a few messages about the pink one, you know, just various questions in general, but also they were wondering if I was going to do a video for it. And I was like, honestly, I don't know. Sometimes just it's kind of nice to not film. Like I mentioned to you guys, like I have to have perfect posture when I film it, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's hard sometimes. All right, we're going to get the black raspberry. All right, so now we're gonna smooth out some of this black. We're gonna try and make it a little bit more level. I did want this part to be darker feathers. Now, that's just rude. But again, in my defense, this one's right at the end. Right at the end of this particular pencil, look. Okay, so a lot of these I have glued. I've glued in place. So you can see this is the end of the previous pencil. And yeah, it started bending. So it's also too small. I gotta find another one to glue it onto. So we're gonna grab another black raspberry real quick. I'm just trying really hard to like use up the nubs. Slowly, hold on. Oh, the octopus. Oh, cool. Let me see. Oh, that looks kind of cute. Wait, is it coloring book for domestic cephalopods? I wonder if the... Oh, that's interesting. That's cute. I'll have to look at the ink everywhere. That's hilarious. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know what I've been doing actually? Well, hang on. Let me focus 1 second. Black raspberry. We might need to go to our drawer unless I've got... Yeah, hang on. I'm going to go to my spares in my drawer real quick. But yes, essentially winter hates my hands. I have been trying about a bajillion things. Britt, did I say hi to you? I don't think I did. So hi, Britt. Or a second hello if I did. Okay, grabbing my extra pencil. 1 sec. Okay. You've been lurking. Okay. Yeah, I have these pastel storage drawers over on the other side of the room where I keep all of my extras. Yeah, I've been doing a ton of different things to try and get my hands healed. Actually, I've been sleeping with coconut oil on my hands. Not doing great. I did get some of the O'Keeffe's working hands. I tried that. Didn't help. Cortisone lotion. Honestly, this has been helping the most, but what I went ahead and did, I've been doing some research for like oils that are best for your hands, because what I do is I put gloves on at night and then let that soak in and sit. I actually ordered, because we're only like $9, some argan oil, which is supposed to be really good. I already use that with stuff like in my conditioners and whatnot, but this one is specifically meant for, so we're using black raspberry. Meant for skin, so I'm going to try applying that at night and let that soak in and see if that works. Again, I know she looks rough now, but it's definitely a trust the process. Let's see. Hi, Connie, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Britt. I said I haven't been at too many streams lately. There just hasn't been time, but... That and yesterday, I was full-blown migraine yesterday, and I was like, and crawling under the blankets, the world doesn't exist. Go. Just filling all this in, kind of evening out the colors so we don't have any of this blotchiness. I've only been coloring with pencils on stream, so sometimes it's weird for me to get back in the mindset for coloring with pencils. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do put gloves on over the lotion. Absolutely. That's hence these ones. I do the fingerless ones because I still need to be able to like do stuff. But yes, I have a number of gloves parked all over the house. For sleep is good to see what life is like for me. Oh gosh, not full blown thinking this semi is bad enough. Yeah, it was definitely one of those ones. I have no idea what triggered it, but it was like sometimes I wait to see if it's going to go away on its own before I take medicine. And then I was like, okay, well, it's not going away. And then it did get rid of it, but it was one of those days where you feel like you know it's just on the surface, and if you overexert yourself, like it is just going to come roaring back with a vengeance. So that kind of put a damper on anything I wanted to accomplish that day. And I was like, well, so much for productivity. But sometimes you got to do that, where you just like call it a day and be like, all right, we're gonna start over fresh tomorrow. Ah, thank you, Mrs. Butterfly. Oh, it wasn't all in a row. All right, pink rose. I'm gonna use that to blend the lighter colors down here. Oh, music has stopped. I'll fix that. Here we go. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, we did a little bit of the flowers last time, and then I left some stuff blank so we can do it on stream. But this is definitely one of those pages where we're not going to get it done in just like 3 streams, you know. It's going to take us a little while to get through it. Granted, viewership is usually, not that it's down right now, but I'm saying for whatever reason, like even afterwards, the amount of views that I get on a video afterwards is usually when I start a new page. And it's like, well, that's great and all, but the amount of work in progress is, because I tried to do that for a while, where I limited how much time we would spend on a page. But the amount of work in progresses I had at the end of it, I was like, well, this is just getting ridiculous. So yeah, we're just going to stick with it till it's done. Okay, now I got this one little spot here because for whatever reason it wasn't going over the paint all that well. Hi Kara, how are you? Hi Callie, how are you? Yes, absolutely, Kim. Yep, it can. All right, Tuscan red, we're gonna go over that white line just a bit. I'm kind of at the point where like it's anybody's guess what triggers my migraines. I just gotta roll with it till it decides to leave. Oh, I'm glad. All right, so now we're gonna do black. Like I said, these were gonna be darker. And then I think we'll bring in some of that yellow on these lower tail feathers. Hey, so I need to message Suzanne and ask her, but since I have you all, you might know the answer. I probably feel bad because I probably just missed something, but have I just been completely missing it? Has Suzanne been streaming on Sundays? I feel like sometimes like I miss a key stream where something was announced and then I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I need to message her. But I was looking at it the other day, I was just like, huh, I don't remember last time I saw one of her streams. All right, so let's see, let's do carmine. Get a little bit of a red pop. Like, oh, you said if it's something personal, none of my business. I was just curious. I didn't know if I would just straight up miss some stuff. 3 weeks ago, okay. Oh, okay, well that explains it. Well, I definitely should send her a message though, let her know we're thinking of her. Or let her know I'm thinking of her. I'm sure some of you are too, but I shouldn't presume. But yeah, I should send her a message, see how she's doing. Okay, so now we're gonna do these tail feathers. I'm probably gonna ignore the little circles, maybe, we'll see. Yeah. Is it hard to color on gouache? Not as hard as it would be if it was like a glossy kind of paint, but gouache in itself is a matte paint, which has a little bit of texture on top when it dries, which makes it easier to color over. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll definitely need to send them a message. All right, so we're gonna do henna. Yeah, because I saw Corey was streaming on Sunday. Like, I get the notifications and I try to be there, but there's always some sort of distraction or something happening. Let's see, let's do some of the henna here. But I mean, I totally get it because there are times I absolutely like just cannot. There's too much going on or something going on with the kids, like all of that. I started topiramate Sunday for migraine prevention. I can't take Aimovig because family meds because side effects. I'm worried about the side effects from topiramate and anti-seizure med. Yes, I've tried. I know the name, and I think I've tried it. It's not anything that I'm on now. Wait, isn't there another name for topiramate? Hang on. Topiramate. What's the other name for it? Topamax. What's the other name? Because I know the name of it. Yeah, I feel like I have tried that. Yeah, wooziness definitely comes in when it comes to trying a new medication. But I feel you. Like, I get nervous whenever it's time for me to like try a new one or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know. Because like I'm a Topamax. Yeah, I feel like I want to say I have some of it right now because it's like one of the ones I didn't finish. But like I get nervous because like I'm the one who picks up the kids to and from school, like that kind of thing. Anytime I have to start a new medicine, I make sure that I start it like on a weekend or like when I know Steve's gonna be home, because I was just like, if this makes me feel like absolutely terrible, you know, I don't want to have to call Steve and be like, sorry, you can't pick up the kids. Like, no, I try to like plan around it. I remember the name and I mean, I'm not on it now, so it must not have worked for whatever reason. But to be fair, like I've tried a lot of different things for my migraines. Now what I mostly do for them is Tylenol, aspirin, Nurtec, cut sugar, make sure I'm getting plenty of sleep, and sometimes just surrender. I mean, I feel like migraines and headaches are such, I mean, like no one trigger is the same for everybody else. And I feel like sometimes trying to pinpoint what triggered a migraine or a headache is like trying to figure out where you picked up a cold, right? There's truly no way to know whether you touched the wrong doorknob or kids sneezed in your face. I mean, generally kids sneeze in your face, that's probably it. But yeah, it's just, it feels like you're just fighting to go uphill, you know? Waiting for Shannon's sprint to take my mind off last night, and then I wasn't well enough to do the sprint. It's like, yeah, no, I can sympathize, absolutely. It is so, that's part of the reason why I didn't want to take the RA medicine. Let's see, do I want to do this yellow? It's very bright. It's very, very bright. Deco yellow could be better. Let's grab Deco yellow because I don't exactly want to do cream. I feel like that's not going to be bright enough. But yeah, I do not enjoy taking new medicines, and I didn't agree to take the RMA medicine because it's just the side effects were just no thanks. I was even pretty nervous when I started taking the Nurtec because it was like brand new. I'd never heard about it before. But I finally did. And oh my God, that medicine has changed my life. Like it doesn't always work 100%, but I feel like I am a lot less a victim to my migraines than I used to be. I feel like I have a little bit of control over them. We're gonna do Deco Yellow. But yeah, I mean, you name it, I've tried it. You know, acupuncture, acupressure, massage, Botox, every Iptoline on the planet, like just all of them. It's just crazy how difficult it is to pinpoint what works for you. Oh yeah, Sue, if you're lurking, I hope you feel better. Okay, let's do black raspberry. Yeah, like I have a friend who like Nurtec and all of that just doesn't work for her. So it's like, and if I've learned anything about being in like migraine and like headache support groups where, you know, wherever they're at, it just doesn't seem that there is no one size fits all answer. And I think a lot it one, it has to do with, you know, what are our triggers, what causes them, but also just everybody's body chemistry is so different. It's like grasping at straws. That's why I always have to chuckle at that Star Trek episode where Dr. Crusher is like, oh yeah, that's so weird, you have a headache. We cured those years ago. And it's like, bullpucky, no way did you cure headaches. Like, it was ridiculous. Why are you putting that kind of hope out there, Beverly? Yeah, that's what Nurtec is. It's a little tab that melts in your mouth. on time anyway. 11:09 already. My goodness. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go with pink rose. I don't want to use the blender to smooth this all out. We're going to use pink rose to kind of blend things through. So I'm going to press harder now, and then we'll add some definition to these. Probably bring in some white because I wanted these little feathers to be lighter colored than the ones up above. I'm not going quite down on all the yellow because we're going to blend that through, and I don't want to turn it super orangey. Yeah, I know, and it's so hard. Like they'll say, "Oh, take it at the first sign." It's like, what? But what if it just hurts all the time? Like the hurt all the time is the first sign. I don't know what to do. I'm good, Dawn. Kim, it's not a bore. Are you kidding me? How many times have we talked about whatever medical crud I had going on? Like, if we can't support each other here with that, like, where can we? Like, honestly. Hang on, got a notification. And not the kids, we're good. No, that's not a bore, like, at all. If anything, we can all relate. Because honestly, if it wasn't for online, like, I probably wouldn't have realized that as many people, like, you find some sort of, like, obviously we're the coloring community, but there's also a certain level of community that you find when you find that other people are kind of suffering in the same way that you are. Like, it's no, they can't solve it for you, obviously, but knowing that there's someone out there that understands and that you can, you know, chat with about it, like, that almost helps even more. Because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but how often do we go to our doctors and feel like we're not being heard, or we have to, like, justify the pain that we're feeling? Like, pain shouldn't have to be justified. Like, it's pain. Like, if I'm telling you it hurts, it hurts. Like, I'm not just making it up. Like, do we want to be in pain? No, absolutely not. But knowing that there's other people that are just as frustrated as you are and are feeling the same way you are, there's something about that kind of camaraderie that just kind of helps you get through when things are hard. Exactly. Yeah, connection. Thank you. Right? My dad used to have them when he was younger, but it's so crazy because I'm the only one. Let's see, this is the Carmine Red. I'm the only one out of my siblings that really deal with migraines or headaches. Like, it's crazy. Now, I don't know if any of like my extended cousins or, you know, past grandparents, because most of them passed before I was old enough to have many conversations with them. So, you know, it's hard to say, but there's got to be some level of genetics with it. This is a very feathery bird here. Okay. I think we're going to use some white here in a bit to kind of help blend that yellow. Okay. That's one of the reasons why I always put like color in chat. Like, I'm not a school. We're gonna just chat about whatever. All right, so now I'm gonna use the white, and I'm gonna do kind of a final smooth out of everything, and then we're gonna define it just a little bit more. There we go. That was crazy the other night doing an evening stream. Like, I haven't done evening streams in a while. Had a slight connection hiccup in the middle. I'm like, ah, right. That's why I'm not doing evenings anymore, because my internet is not reliable enough for it. Okay. Right, preset cart so we can just hit checkout. Oh, absolutely, Miss Butterfly. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Enjoy it. Well, enjoy your appointment. Hope you have a good appointment. Tell your doctor I said hi. No, don't. That's weird. I do love telemed, though. It has been so nice, especially because my endocrinologist is not local in any way, shape, or form, you know, because we moved. And it's so nice that I can do telemed. You know, I don't have to take out my whole day, drive anywhere, just, you know, hop on there, 15 minutes, and it's done. Okay, let's go ahead and grab? Let's get a little bit of our, let's see, canary? No, not canary yellow. We're gonna get, this is yellowed orange. Let's do that. Oh, fun. Think words will work today? I don't know, man. Right, Angela? I know, it's like, because when I go live, like even at 7, that's like 2 in the morning for you. No, 1 in the morning. I used to do them regularly at 8, but part of the reason I did it slightly earlier is because I knew I was going to have to get up in the morning. I'm like, I can't do that late. I mean, because it started to work initially and then it like crapped out halfway through. I do think it has to do with a connection to YouTube, because like I have a friend who streams on Twitch and she always does words on stream, and you know, it glitches out occasionally, but not at the rate at which it glitches out for us. So I'm wondering if it's just like a weird YouTube thing. Who even knows? Now I probably could have picked a slightly different color for this, but I really want to keep in line with the colors we've already been using on the flowers. All right, Natalie? Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh, right, Christine? I was supposed to have my MRI on Tuesday to, you know, check and see if my little roommate in my head hair here had changed at all, and they gave me a call and they're just like, so yeah, our machine broke and we got to get the part for it. I was like, okay, well that's fine, but my referral runs out on February 6th, so I need it before then. She's like, okay, we'll see. I don't know if there's an app, but usually there's a QR code that you can scan and you can do it on your phone. And even when Words has stopped working, the QR code has continued to work, which tells me that it is probably a YouTube thing, which tells me that it's probably going to be hit or miss. Oh, plant-based diet. You know, it's really interesting. I was making a connection. You know how I said, oh, what was it, last week, or not where I'm at. I'd have to go to like Austin or San Antonio, and I don't want to. Honestly, I should have had the scan probably in December or at the beginning of this month, but I just kept forgetting to reschedule, not reschedule, but like the imaging place had called and they're like, hey, give us a call back. And then I was like, yeah, okay. And then life. And then I realized, oh crap, it's end of January. I should probably go get my head scanned. But they said that it should, they're getting the part and it should be in. So it's that ironicness of living in a small town within driving distance to massive cities, and yet still. So it's like, well, I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that's like, well, it's been there for what the other neurologists suspect for years, right? But then there's a part of me that almost wants to remain ignorant, because God forbid they scan it and it's changed, then that means that I have to go undergo some pretty intense surgery to get it out. And I'm just like, can't I just stay ignorant of all of it? Yeah, that's what she said too. Yeah, she's just like, we can keep it in mind and make sure we can get you in. I was like, all right, that's cool then. Whatever you need to do. Let's see. Let's actually get a little bit of Tuscan red. I don't know. Ignorance is bliss, right? As long as I can't see it, I can pretend it's not there, right? Thanks, Britt. I mean, reality is, I know I need to keep an eye on it. Now that we're aware it's there, but I'm just not like rushing out the door to be like, yeah, let's go do a brain scan. That's super awesome and fun. Ignorance is bliss. Yay. Okay. Now we're going in with Tuscan red, because I do want to add a little bit of definition here so it's not just flat all the way through. Yeah, and it is. Adding them, or what, the feathers? These ones were already here. Yeah, these ones were already here. They were kind of hard to see because I covered everything up with the white lines. But yeah, these ones were already here. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards it's probably going to be fine. Or if it is changing, it's going very minusculely, because they said with the way that it looks like it's been nesting there for a while, like the way that it has grown. And so it's hard to say when. I very well could have had it my entire life. We're just aware of it now. Even if you don't have a laminator, you can get Avery vinyl vinyl sheets. Let's see, where's my, hang on, gotta get unhooked here. 1 second. So this is where I keep a lot of my sticker paper and vinyl sheets and everything for, hang on, getting cords back on. For stickers and whatnot, but so, all right, this here. This is the, yeah, they're not too bad, but if you want, oh, this is the glitter one. Well, either way, it's the same brand, but essentially it is a vinyl sheet, and you peel up here, and then you just very carefully like smooth it along. So laminating sheets works as well. I really like the glitter ones. They just don't sell them. Come on, are we gonna go back in there? They don't sell them in bulk. Got a few more. A few more prints. Tiny plug. Just a couple more though. Yeah, I pull out my laminator every now and then for projects, but I do like having one. It's definitely not one of those ones that like I never use. There we go. Make sure we're in focus. All right, so we're still using Tuscan Red. See, if I was doing paint, I would probably add some more texture to it. Okay. Oh, I can't remember who was asking me about it. I finally binge watched all of Outlander 7B. So those sheets are just sticky. They don't need temperature, but my laminator is heat based. Yeah, the only issue with the sticky one is that if you're not like careful with it, like I'm used to doing them now, so it's not an issue, but you want to go like slowly and make sure you have plenty of space to work on it, because you can get bubbles if you're not kind of methodical. Is that the word? Just, you know, careful with how you lay them all down. But yeah, I did binge watch it. I don't know how a lot of people felt about it, but I will say a lot of the stuff that happened is actually pretty true to the book. Right? Yeah. The only thing that I'm disappointed with is that, like, there's one more season, right? They've already finished wrapping it, and it said that they speculate that season 8 is going to be out at the end of 2025. But how much you want to bet that they are going to split it into 2 parts again? Like, drag this out for as long as possible. Like, we're not going to see the end of it until like 2026. Like, come on. Like, they're releasing the prequel before they release the end of the series. Just want them to stop dragging it out. Make money on your other projects. Stop making us suffer. We're gonna use Tuscan Red. But yeah, it was pretty true to the book. I was curious how they were gonna do it. The only other thing where it seems like they're gonna be diving into more, because the books just barely touch on the subject. And I'll say this carefully so that I don't spoil it for anyone who wanted to see it. But the storyline, with Fanny, if you've seen the last episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was just barely touched on as like a very slight idea that sent like theories about it all over the place. But it seems as though the show is going to dive into that a bit more. And actually, I'm kind of here for it. I love that theory, and I really hope that they run with it. I'll leave it at that, because if you've seen it, that makes sense. But if you haven't, it might not make sense. So I am curious to do it. And I actually found some of the more unsavory aspects that have been in past Outlander seasons. I'll have to rewatch the first one, but this particular season didn't really, this second half didn't really have any of that, and I'm not gonna lie, it was really refreshing. Like, I enjoyed it just so much more, rather than like, this is a part I would like to fast forward through. Let's see. And hi, Marcy. Few of us had a Zoom meeting with Suzanne about the color and workshop. She's, oh yes, that's coming up so soon. Oh, I wish I could go. Alas, groceries. But I'll be there in spirit. I'll be there in spirit, and I want to see pictures and all the fun that you guys are having. Okay, let's do the belly. I kind of want to do it a little bit of yellow, so we're going to do the carmine. I'm not going to worry about the individual little feathers for now. Yeah, I cannot wait to hear about it. It's going to be so fun. Right? It's definitely on my bucket list. Like, I want to make it over there at some point. I mean, when I made my trip out to the UK the first time, that was something like I saved for what? Okay, it's not me, I swear. It's just all the glued bits are coming off. That's number 3. It's not me. My pencils are making me look bad, like I'm just manhandling them. Balloon animal charm, yay. Okay, I gotta dump out this little piece of lid. I swear it's not me. I'm just using up the pencils. People are gonna be like, go watch this girl on YouTube. She abuses her Prismacolors. Like, it's so terrible. I can't believe it. Next, what is that? Clickbait. You won't believe what she did to her next pencil. Color tube streamer rages on her pencils and snaps them in half. Takes out frustration on poor wooden leaded pieces of coloring utensil. I swear, I'm nice to my pencils. All right, there we go. I mean, it's getting pretty teeny tiny. As this is like three pencils. Oh, does it really? Let's see. I still need to hang up the ones from last stream, but let's see. I'll have to look. But if so, that's awesome. Like, I have these ones still. Let's see. That's Sue, Durban, Kara, me, Christine. Okay, I don't have yours here. So I'm trying to look on the wall here. Here, you guys can look with me. Let's see. There is Deanne, Kim, Rich, Josephine, Della, Marilyn. Oh, Natalie. Yes! Yeah, I believe, actually. Well, no, I don't want to get unhooked again. But yes, I think you're right. I think that's so bright. It was much darker when I set this up earlier, but yes, I believe you're right. 35, that's awesome. She got the balloon animal, which means now you can either start a new one or whatever the heck you want on it. Whosever name you want. Okay. And we're gonna get some of that. Oh my gosh, it's hooked. Hang on. I swear, the amount that I get tangled up in these cords. I think eventually I want to invest in like a wireless one. Okay, so let's see. Yellowed orange along the edge. Oh, nice, Britt. Yeah, there were a few new charms added on last stream, so if you want to see those, you can pull up the, I think it's exclamation point loyalty, and that can pull up the shop. There are these little heart envelopes, there's the balloon animals, and oh, popsicles. And I got Della's dog charms up as well, so if you've been waiting for a doggo one, those are there. Right, Kim? Sometimes it's just easier. You started this last year. I thought I would never get a square, let alone finish one. Oh, I'm so glad. That's part of the reason why I wanted to keep it going afterwards. I was just like, no way, man. Everyone's enjoying it. Let's just keep going until we run out of quote squares. Like, because I think we have like 40-ish or so up there. So, I mean, we can keep this going for a while. Everybody will have plenty of time to get whatever charms they want or whatever else. I want to say I planned for 120 squares in total. I mean, we could always make like a ginormous one, so it's up to us. Yeah, Target. Yeah, 30 minutes isn't that long. I would definitely have to pre-plan it out. Very supermarket sweep-ish. Blend that with the cream. And actually, let's get a little bit more of this yellowed orange. There we go. And then we're going to with that blend of the red, it definitely looks pretty orangey, but actually I think it kind of works. Okay, canary yellow. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on. Whew, the button click didn't go through. You guys almost got an earful of my sneeze. So far, yeah, I think there's about 40. I think there's about 40. I lost count, but yeah, 40-ish. All right, we've got these feathers coming out. Let's do kind of the same kind of yellowish orange for these ones. So we'll do canary yellow at the tips. There we go. Let's grab our yellowed orange. Is that what it is? I didn't even think about that. I never really thought about what kind of bird it is, but it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of looking like that, huh? Although I'm realizing, hang on, we're gonna take a short detour. I wanna add just a little bit more shadow. This is what happens sometimes. Like I'll take a step back and be like, oh, this needs something else here. All right, so let's do yellowed orange. Down to that canary yellow. Okay, let's see. What's this one? This is Tuscan red. Yeah, we'll use that. And use that for like the shadowy parts. And then this will all get blended through as well. Let's see. There. Okay, then let's do our carmine red. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I didn't even plan it that way, but it works. Bring it in with the yellow tie-in with the flowers and the red. We got male heart charm. Love it, Kara. Okay, so now let's do the cream. Kind of blend that all out. Now, when I was working on this last time, when I was done coloring the bits and pieces that I did, I actually pulled out some of like my metallic watercolors and some of my gouache, and I touched up a few areas. So I don't know if you guys can see. Linda, balloon animal, love it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. Okay, do you see like these? Here, let's get this in focus. Okay, do you see like these kind of little highlights that are here? That's the metallic watercolor. And then like I used some paint to touch up some areas. So this bird will end up getting a few, like this area looks kind of rough, but it's where the paint is underneath because it's not perfectly smooth. It's not, because you're not coloring on paper, you're coloring on texture underneath. So we'll use, getting a little bit of a glare there, we'll use some of our paint to touch up areas that I kind of want to smooth out. Had to go see it, right? So cute. Okay, there we go. All right, so definitely some touch up on this frill because it's such a light color. I want to make sure that it, you know, looks as decent as the rest of it. All right, so now we're going to do the black raspberry. And by the end of it, it'll be looking pretty good. All right, carmine red. Okay, back to black raspberry. The kitty. Michelle, I can't remember if I had that as an option, but there were some when they got the cats that they wanted like a little name written on the back. Do you have a name that you would like? Because, you know, they get the colors that are like similar to their actual pets. So if you have a name that you would like for yours, let me know here in chat and I'll mark it down. Okay, let's see. We've got this kind of stuff here, but I don't know if I want to leave that. I kind of think I just want to ignore the little details here and just color all the way through. So let's do that. We're going to do black raspberry. Yeah, I kind of just want to ignore those little designs. So I'm going to. Zeus. Okay, perfect. I'm going to write that down. Okay, Michelle, cat, charm, Zeus. Oh, wait, I spelled that wrong. Hang on, don't want to spell it wrong. Z-E-U-S. Okay, perfect. I got it marked down. All right. Also, I love that name for a cat. He's got to be pretty epic. All right, so now we're going to do henna. Did we work on a bird the entire stream? Absolutely. But to be honest, if I was coloring this on my own, this is how long it would take anyway. I want to do it justice. Okay, let's bring in our carmine. Oh, you know what? That's the same with ours. She's 19 and she is just the oldest of old ladies. She does not like, she gets, you know, like daily medicines to help her joints and everything, but she does not like to walk up the stairs anymore. So when her food goes off, she won't come up. We have to physically go down and get her and bring her upstairs because she's like, yeah, nah, I'm not walking those stairs. And let's just say if the litter box is not kept to her standards, we know about it. So she's definitely in her old lady era. I like what I like and I want what I want, and we better keep up. He just hangs out up here. Yeah. She likes to go downstairs, but it's like when because we have automatic feeders and stuff, we went through a time where we had to give her specifically a wet food diet, but she's able to have dry food again. But when it goes off, she used to like come running, you know, when her food would go off. The other cats do. She does not do that anymore. She's like, yeah, nah, you can come get me. I'm not doing this. I mean, to be fair, in like human years, she's like in her 90s. So I'm probably going to be the same way. Like, look, I've earned my rest, madam. Carry me. Oh, absolutely they have. Well, and that's the thing is we keep up on her pretty frequently. Like we do her blood work at least once a year. You know, and she's got some issues and everything, but yeah, we've gotten lucky. All right, then Tuscan Red. But we definitely keep a much closer eye on her. We get nervous when she sleeps too deeply. We're just like, go over there. We don't wake her, but we just peer at her for a while to make sure everything's moving up and down. If I get off my chair, she doesn't want Steve's chair. If I'm not here, I mean, you guys were here for it once. We had a stream where she was like sitting here demanding my chair, and I got out and like did the rest of the stream without my chair. Right? Yeah. See, that's awesome. And that's the thing, like I try not to dwell on it too much because she very well, we're using Carmine again, she very well could live another 5 years. Like she's gonna be one of those cats that just lives for ages. But she's definitely got, you know, the old lady gait and you know, privileges that come along with being the age that she is at. Needs a little bit of white here. You know, I think I'll just fill that in with red. I was gonna leave it, but. Yeah, exactly. It's just like I said, I get nervous and I'm like, oh, she hasn't moved in a while. There is things that she still does get excited for. Whenever we do wet food, she will immediately come over. She's like, oh yeah, I'll wake up for this. That's the good stuff. Do you have a square already? I think actually because it can get a little bit confusing and sometimes things are switched around for it, but I think I actually covered that part in, if you go to _quilts, I think I covered that part because we do also do giveaways every now and then there have been some that have done the giveaways but then given their charm to someone else. So I think I covered that in the thing. Used to do it to my grandmother. All right, I'm just gonna fill this in all black and then we will add like a white highlight to it here in just a bit. There we go. Let's see. Oldest dog Annie is going on 12 right now. She's still acting very young. It's gonna be rough when she goes, right? Well, and you know, our older kitty, she's been here for a while. I kind of want to add a little bit more red to these now that we've got the red head on it. I mean, she just showed up on Steve and I's doorstep one day. We were just dating at the time. So yeah, she's got quite a few years. She's been with us since the beginning of our relationship. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy when it happens, for sure. Oh, thank you, Christine. Let's see. Let's do henna here. In fact, I asked the vet last time because she had some issues, and most of the time once we get her issues taken care of, it's a while again before the issues rear its head again, but it happened quickly and like more frequently than it should have. So I had an honest conversation with our vet because I've never had a cat. Like most of the time it's you know, I've moved out of the house before they passed, or it was something medical that involved it happening at the vet. But like I asked him, like, I don't know what to do if it happens like at home. Like, do we call you guys? Like, is there a protocol? Like, I just don't know. And so I had a frank conversation with them. Hi, Cammie, thank you. No need for cat litter, right? Oh, that's sweet, Cam. So yeah, I was just like, I don't. So we've got a plan in place. So we're just gonna enjoy her for now. Okay, I'm gonna do these a little bit darker, kind of like we did these back tails here. So let's do some black. I don't think I anticipated the bird taking us all stream, but here we are. Guess I didn't really think about how long it would actually take. But if we rush it, then it won't come out looking the way that I want it to. Yeah, and see, that would be easy enough because my parents had a farm, and so that was usually what went on. But the thing of it is we do not own this house, and I've seen just how deep all of the pipes and everything run in the backyard, and I would be really concerned about like hitting something. Like it is buried, but I don't know what the laws are on how deep like these things need to be buried, but like the irrigation for the sprinklers and all that, like I would be concerned about like hitting something under there. And again, since we don't own, I'm not entirely sure what the rules are for that. So I'm like, I don't know. What a great time to, sorry, Tammy. I was like, hello, I'm new. And I'm like, yes, let us discuss our old animals and our plans. I don't know. Yeah, I'm weird. It happens. You know, it's funny. We've talked before about how like I went to the fiber arts thing and I was trying to like keep myself in check, not talk too much because I know that like I can be too much. But I saw somebody said something the other day that really resonated with me. And they said something along the lines of like, I don't overshare because I want to tell you everything. I overshare because I believe that I will be more tolerable with context. And that kind of like made me pause, because if I think truly about why it is that I ramble on sometimes when I meet new people, that kind of hit home. And I was just like, oh dang, man, I might need to do some self-reflection a little bit. Oh, good morning, canary goldfish. Oh no. Right? Was it just a coincidence, or did they find that there was actually something? But yeah, like the way they said that, I was just like, oh, that's a little bit on the nose. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it does seem like that's probably something I need to work on. Okay, let's see. Took them all to the vet. That's crazy. Yeah, talk about traumatizing. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then we'll have some more greenery that comes up through here as well. And I think we should still have enough time as soon as we're done with this. Like I said, the bird's eye is still going to get like a little reflection, but because I want to try and get as much done as we can in this last little bit of time that I have with you guys, we're going to do a little bit of the nest as well. Let's see, let's get our blender. right? And it just makes sense, Britt. Like, maybe that is why. Like, I gotta be honest, there are more times that I come, not necessarily, like sometimes here on stream, but I talk a lot about myself, but I also like don't talk about absolutely everything. I find that I tend to overshare more with conversations in person, and it is very common for me to leave a conversation, replaying it all in my head and going, oh my God, why did I say that? Yeah, well, and I get it too, because like birds are super sensitive, like as it is. But then to have it there, honestly, if I was your dad, I probably would have been freaking out too. Like, absolutely. All right, so let's see. Hang on, just gotta check a message real quick. And not the kids, we're good. Okay, so dark brown, definitely black. We got dark umber. Let's see, we've got a little bit of, I don't remember the name of this nub. Yeah, right, same, or like a gas leak or something. There's some close friends that I say funny things with, but I'm mostly quiet, but not here in chat. Really? See, that's crazy when it happens at the same time. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do, Blue. Like, obviously, again, we could have another 5 years with her, but I want to do that. We'll get some of that nice air dry clay, obviously, because it's non-toxic, so we wash her paw right away. But do like a paw print. Somebody was doing that for Christmas ornaments one year, and I was just like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, maybe they were sensitive to the sound. Okay, so let's grab, let's see, mineral orange, maybe artichoke, light umber. Do I have that out? Terracotta, 941, light umber. Let's use that one. Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. See, the quilt squares are helping everybody get quilt squares, but also simultaneously help them to come out of their shell. Well, I've said it before. I think I'm definitely feel like I'm an extroverted introvert. Like, there's a part of me that doesn't want to be around people because, you know, people. But also, once I'm there, like, I have no problem. I never feel intimidated enough to not talk to people. But it's just afterwards that I regret it. I'm like, oh, they didn't need to know all that, but guess here we are. Oh, fireworks. Yep, that makes sense. I would love to have a bird, but Steve doesn't like how much noise they make. And also with all the crafts and stuff I do, I know they're really sensitive to fumes. Like, it's probably not going to be a good idea. Not everyone's cup of tea. I think that's the case with anyone, though. I mean, ask any one person. Now we're gonna do some black, and I'm gonna start putting in the shadows, and it's usually where the twigs meet. I mean, you could ask anybody, and like, it's basically impossible for somebody to be liked by absolutely everyone. I mean, there are even people that dislike Maggie Smith, as crazy as that seems. You know, Tom Hanks, awesome, but I bet you there's some people that don't like him. Like, yeah. There've definitely been a handful, probably more than a handful, of people that don't like me either. It's just, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone. That's one of the things that I had to, you know, remember, especially when I started streaming, is that, like, not everyone is going to like you. You are going to, which, of course, has come true. But, yeah. So we're keen on Tom Cruise. Yeah. Like, just personal stuff aside, I never really liked him as much as an actor. I always felt like he was a little over the top. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, you can't please everyone. There's always going to be someone out there that doesn't like you for whatever reason. Just the only thing you hope for is that you don't have to spend extended amounts of time with those people. Yeah, I bet. Thanks, Britt. Let's see, that's a leaf. I don't know, I think that's one of the joys of getting older and working from home, is that, like, honestly, I don't have to deal with people in real life if I don't want to. I mean, yeah, parents in the car pickup line, which don't even get me started on the car pickup line. Oh my gosh. But, you know, you get to pick and choose who you spend your time with, which is kind of nice. Like I said, we're just using this black here for the shadow. And the nest will kind of take shape as we start adding the other browns and stuff. Like that, it's so cute. Do you mean Carmine? Oh, the car line. My brain is not braining today, but yes, car line. There you go, Britt. Yeah, the car pickup line is just like insane. It is probably my least. I have been trying to cut down because I was drinking afternoon coffee. Not that it's like a ton, because it's either like decaf or very like, I go lighter on, because I usually do half calf anyway. But I found that I was drinking a lot in the afternoon, so I've been trying to remove that afternoon coffee. And oh my gosh, I remember now why I started having the afternoon coffee, because I'm in the car a lot in the afternoon between picking up the kids, picking up Steve from work, and running whatever errands I need to. I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm in the car for a long period of time, it makes me sleepy, which is why I usually bring snacks and stuff, because it helps to keep me awake. But gosh, without the coffee in the afternoon now, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm dragging. I was so tired last night, you guys. Oh, absolutely, Kara. There is, I can't remember if I told you guys the story or not, but so, let's see, am I blocking the line? I'm trying not to, there we go. And I can't really zoom in anymore, that's about as far, it's just a small part on the page. There is a vehicle that drives behind me, like it's consistently behind me. I've tried to keep an eye out for this car, because like I have their make and model and their license plate down, because I try and keep an eye out for them, because honestly, where we're driving, without giving too much information, there is a road. Should be a TV show about school car pickup lines. Oh my gosh. Oh, I really did, Britt. The drama, absolutely. I haven't seen this car in the car pickup line, but for whatever reason, after I drop the kids off in the morning, consistently in there, it's this 10-minute frame of time, this car ends up behind me. Now, this road that I'm on isn't a regular, gosh, I'm trying to figure out how I can phrase this. Basically, just imagine it's not a highly regulated road. It's smaller than it should be, and there's usually construction, and it's just not safe. It is not the kind of, it is not a 2-lane passing, you want to speed past people kind of road. Like, an accident will happen at some point with this guy. Like, I would bet money on it. Because like, especially since we've had fog for 2 days, like there is almost no visibility. Remember, they call little chickadees now and they come and land on, oh my gosh! Oh, Blue, do you follow, I guess I haven't seen a post from her in a while, so maybe not, but she goes by the Bird Lady, because it's adorable. She does that same kind of thing. She sits outside like covered in blankets and like all these kinds of get-ups to have the birds eat out of her hand. But he, in those mornings, on those days, and I say he because I have seen him, he will, one of the days that I finally like had like drew the line was, there was a line of, there was like, imagine there was, right, so there's me, there's a turn here, okay? So there was me, another car in front of me, a big like truck that's hauling things, so visibility is low, right? And these streets are not wide, and he comes blaring through, runs the stop sign, and goes this way. It'd be one thing if it was just cars, like it's not good anyway, but with this one here, it was a giant truck that had extremely low visibility, and I'm like, oh my God. We do, but this is like past it far enough that he's not gonna see it. Oh, that's the thing, Britt. So I did, especially after this one, because it was happening frequently. Like, I've got his license plate number. I can see, you know, I can see that he is, you know, middle-aged man, dark hair, whatever. And like I said, normally I just, you know, let it go. If it's just once, it's like, oh, there's some guy, I'll never see him again. But it's consistently happening on that road at that exact same time. I have his license plate, his make, and everything. So I did. I filed a report and I said, look, normally I would probably just ignore this. I am not the one to kind of, you know, Karen up, but this has now happened many, many times. Like, and someone is going to get hurt. Like, this is beyond reckless driving, because he's not only passing everyone, but like, the average speed limit in Texas is 75, but that's on like the main highways, right? So, but this particular road is not a main highway, and he's driving like 65, 70, just, that's the thing, is I don't know. I haven't seen him in the car pickup lines, but for him to be consistently at that time, he has to have a kid there, right? Like, yeah, absolutely. So I went ahead and I actually, whenever I would see him, because it took me a couple days, because he was going so fast, it took me a couple days to note down what I needed to, because obviously I'm driving too, so then I need to pull over and, you know, write it down. So I have a note in my phone where I've been keeping track of the info. So finally, once I had all the info, I went ahead and called the police, and I said, look, you know, obviously the non-emergency line, I was like, normally I would probably just let this go because it's probably a one-off, but the thing of it is it's happening consistently. He's here at this time, on this street, going this direction, turning, you know, turning here. It's all this stuff. So I was able to give him all the information. And honestly, after that had happened, I actually saw at those times there were patrols that were going there. And I was just like, sweet, I hadn't seen him in ages. I only just now, I think it was yesterday or the day before, it finally happened again. And this has been like 2 months since I reported it. So I don't know, I was really optimistic for a while, thinking, okay, well, cool, maybe he got caught, maybe he had a previous record and they were able to contact him, because obviously they're going off my hearsay. There's no proof. I gotta get like a dash cam or something. And so I was just like, well, sweet. And then he showed up the other day. I was like, dang it. But yeah, maybe I should get a dash cam. I could just like send in the footage, or you know what I should do? Because I can predict it down to the time. I should like get one of those phone stands, right? That's exactly it. There's construction, there's families with cars. Like, it's not directly in front of the school. Like, it's not there. It's a little ways down, but it's consistently this road, and the visibility is so low, and it's one of those roads that aren't maintained. And so there's no like safety on the edge of the road. There's potholes. Like, it's gonna go bad. So I should do that. Since I know the time, it's not like I have to have it running. I should get one of those little phone stands for the car that hooks to like the vent. Yeah, possibly. Told the police that showed up. Oh, you have a dash cam. I've wondered about it. Because that was one of the things they asked when I reported it, is they're just like, you know, was this in a school zone? I'm like, well, no, technically it's not, but it is in a construction zone. And it is a road that many parents use. Like, it's not an unused, in fact, I cannot wait until they fix that road, because it is such a commonly used one. It needs fixing. But anyway, yeah, I should do that. I don't have a dash cam. Sounds good, Angela. Thanks for being here. I don't have a dash cam, but given that I can time it practically down to the minute, I should indeed pull it up. Because one of the other reasons that I initially wrote down his license plate wasn't that I was going to report him right away, because again, most of the time I'd be like, there's nothing you can do about it, the cops aren't even here, yada yada, is I try to keep an eye on who he is, so that I can just pull over and wait until like he's gone. Like, I don't want to be caught up in whatever accident he is feeling like he can cause, you know? Like, absolutely not. But yeah, maybe if he continues to do it and I've got footage, then maybe they can call him on it for that, because it is just consistent and freaking scary, man. Drivers are bad enough out here, let alone this one that is like, yeah, this is my morning wake-up routine, scare all the other drivers on the road. Oh my gosh, it's 11:58. 11:58, when did that happen? But look, we got all the shadows kind of mapped out on the nest. So it's coming together. Not too shabby, right? Oh, I'm pleased with it. Bird took a lot longer than anticipated, but we're there. I need to think, I'm actually kind of glad that we stopped at the black, because I need to think about how I can make this nest stand out, because a lot of these browns that I chose is what I did on her hair. So we may actually need to use something like goldenrod or a lighter yellow. So I think what we're gonna do is next time, right? Next time, we're gonna do her hair before we finish the nest, because I already have the color of her hair established. So we'll do her hair, then we'll do the nest, because if I do the nest the same color as her hair, it's just gonna disappear. So we're gonna work on that a little bit. And then I need to add the white to the bottom for this one, but she's coming along. She's coming along. Welcome to my backstory of friendly neighborhood road rager. Right, yeah, I was pleased with how those came out. Yeah. All right, should we risk it with a little bit of words on stream? I didn't pull it up beforehand, but we'll give it a minute. Let's see if it does it. 1 second to get it loaded. Yes, please, sounds good for me. All right, so we're going to hop over to here. Okay, we're gonna give it a second. Haha, okay guys, fingers crossed. We're gonna pause the music. All right, let's see how this does. Thank you, thanks for being here. Okay. Fingers crossed. Move this over here. Bye, Christine, thanks for being here. All right, let's see, did that Brits go in? Brits went in. Ooh, I think it's working. Yes, see you then, Kara. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Oh, hang on. You guys do words. I gotta go keep the cats from eating her food. 1 sec. Okay, we're back. All right, how are we doing? All right, we got 4 4-letter words, a 5-letter word, a 6-letter word, and a 7-letter word. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Ford, yes, ward, draw. Fora, that's a good one. There's another one that uses all of the letters. Pharaoh. Pharaoh, which means it's gonna be another A1. Huh. Four draw. Draw 4. I don't know what that last one is. All right, advance to level. That's a surprisingly hard level 1. Ooh, blue and Brett, well done. Oh, I see that one, but I'll let you guys get it because it's rude because I get to see it first. There's like a 5-second lag. There it is. All right, I'll put in stick. Maybe I'll put in stick. Why won't it let me put in stick? There it is. Okay, it was just delayed a little bit. Like, wait a minute. Okay, ticks, city, icky, skit, skits, there you go. Oh, what about, oh, I guess we're done with the eyes. I'm gonna say itsy. Oh, sick, yep, that makes sense. All right, well then, this last one could have been, what about, yick. Oh, ticks. Wow, I did nothing to contribute to that. But hey, skip 5 levels. We got Durbin, Connie, Britt. Well done. Overall, we got Durbin, Connie, Michelle. Awesome. Try model. So one of these is going to be fake. Okay, what about a dorm? Which means we need to clear the E or the L. Oh, what about modern? Oh, Natalie, nice. Okay, so it's a fake L. A fake L. Modern. Let's see. What about road? Oh, there's gonna be a lot of them that start with the letter D. Oh, dome. D-O-M-E. Dole, D-O-L-E. Nerd, like it. Oh, drone, that's good. Oh, no, wait, not dole because it's a fake L. Derm, as in like dermatology. Natalie tried derm, okay. Node. Nowari, maybe? Still, that should give skip 2, okay. Continue. We got Durbin, Connie, Michelle. Nice. Oh, and Natalie is #1 overall. Well done. Oh, no, wait. That was Natalie was #1 for that one. I was getting them swapped. Never mind. All right. There is a fake letter. The double L is probably safe. Okay, so lent. So we need to clear the I and the H. What about lint? Okay, lint is good, which means it's probably a fake H. Lentil. Oh, okay. Let's see. Lentil. T-I-L-L-E-N. Is that a word? Line. Lent. Oh, what about lilt? L-I-L-T. Here we go. Till. 2 more 4-letter words, 1 5 and 1 6-letter word. Light. Oh, what about? No, there's not 2 N's. I was gonna go linen. The dog is barking. They're going nuts. All right, 1 more 6-letter word. Hi, Steve. L-I-T-L-E-N. Littler? I feel like it's the name of a Pokemon. Wait, what? Intel? Wait, that's not right. Intel is usually 1. Yeah. I feel like then you got it with 1 L. Interesting. Like I said, I wish they would show you what the words are at the end. All right, but hey, we got skip 3 levels. Woohoo! All right, so that one was Natalie, me, and Linda, and then we got Durbin, Connie, and Michelle. Well done. We have a Q. The hidden letter could be a U. I'm just gonna do thing. That one seems obvious. Okay. Which means that the Q is most likely the fake letter. So what about 9th, maybe? Oh, night, okay. Maybe it's another N. There we go. 9th, what about light? Titan. Oh, it's a hidden E. It's a hidden E. Well done. Let's see. Ooh, time. I always forget that one. Let's see. Oh, 8. Oh, yeah, butterfly's got 8. Nice. Oh, what about ties? There we go. Okay, 2 more 5-letter words, 3 more 4-letter words. What do we do? I don't know, height would be 2 H's. Oh, hinge. Yeah, that makes sense. Could be another 2H. 2H. Oh, 10th. Oh, the 10th Doctor. I should have gotten that one. Okay, so we got 10th. Yep. Last one. T-E. Oh, then. Nice. Woo, look at you guys. Clearing the board. 5 levels. All right, continue. Natalie, Michelle, butterflies. Well done. All right, so I immediately see Scantron. I'm just throwing it there. It's not going to be it, but we're Scranton. Okay, so hidden letter and a fake letter. So nothing smaller than 5 letters. That's a lot of letters. That could be anything. Oh, cartons, yeah. Oh, maybe it's cartoon by itself. Maybe the S is fake. Scant. Okay, so we need to clear the O, the R, and the N. Now, probably not the N, the O and the R, because double letters aren't usually it. So, coast. All right, it's a fake R. A fake R. So, coast. Well done, Guichi. So coast, but with 2 N's. Coast. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a toast. It's a hidden T. It's a hidden T. So it is a fake R hidden T. So, tracked. It's not traction because it's a hidden T. Oh, no, because it's a fake R. I can't do that. Constant, Natalie. Well done. Coats. Oh, what about Canton? Oh, I think it was Canton of Delaware, or Canton Everett, Delaware the Third. If you name that episode, you get bonus points. Well done. That was hard. Sometimes they throw us curveballs. Honestly, I'm just glad that it worked all the way through, because it can be particular sometimes. Anyway, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We got our bird done today, and we got kind of the start of our nest. When we come back next time, we're going to be doing hair, and then we'll be doing our nest. I'm going to hold off on the colors for the nest until we can get the hair in, so we know what color to make it. Anyway, all right, everybody. That's it. I'll wrap it up for today. Thank you for being awesome. Friday should go ahead as planned. Let me just look at my calendar real quick, double check, make sure I don't have anything there. Yes, Friday should go ahead as planned. But as always, if for some reason you're curious what's going on, I always post in the community tab if anything changes. But we should be good to go on Friday. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'll chat with you in a couple days. Okay? Have an awesome Thursday. And I'll see you Friday. All right? Bye.